We show people at the casting with the malt, even though we don't need barley here, but we do a Boomhaven portion of it, and Tobermory, half the year we get Tobermory, half the year we get chicken, which is heavily heated. So this is beans at about 35 to 39 parts per million as well. Oh yeah. Business. These do not really break down and are built incredibly well. Portage also used to need steam engines, so obviously so what happened is 252 times a day, 65 kilos of malted barley, we followed our malt milk. We have our grinders up top and our grinders there. And the objective is to create duress to this stuff. And basically we look for a consistency of around 70% grit, 20% husks, 10% flour. That's what we want to match. It's kind of an industry average. Oh, there's loads of like us. It's good. You can see that. Oh, the flour in the air as well. Alright, so there's our grist there. How we measure the consistency? A very clever device. Brewer's box from Porteous. So we just take a sample out the bottom, whack it at the top, 20 times we'll shape it that way, 20 times we'll shape it that way. And as I said, we're trying to use technology to make our blackboard and a pen and paper, the voice goes way out, and one sample there. Obviously that's massively off, you shouldn't have that much flour in the sample. So if for some reason it is off, it's normally just a case of tightening or loosening one of the rollers. If we do that and it's still not right, it's going to be a problem with the barley. You could buy grist and grist form already, but the problem is you can't guarantee the consistency and it's pretty difficult to send back a whole batch of it. So it's better just to do this ourselves. We have Porteous mills that do not have an actual rewarding. So yeah, something's gone wrong with you, that's a bit too that's So that was milling. So we do that. This generally tends to run pretty much all day. We offer a couple of hours while they're draining the mash tun or filling the wash bags. But what will happen is we're going to put in 3 waters. All our grits. Do a double distillation, you know, a standard installment. So we will go into still houses now.
No wonder I'm getting tired. This is the time I usually sleep at home.
Oh, right, yeah. It's kind of level, it's not ascending or descending. So we do get not a lot of oil in our spirit, which is going to make our whiskey and our spirit incredibly light. If you try Boomhaven, that's obviously a much more robust spirit because the stills are a lot wider. They are the tallest on Isla, but they're just like a pear shape opposed to having the body.
They're a lot fatter and squatter.
Aye.
This is something else.
This is absolutely beautiful. This is everyone's favourite room, so as I said, probably we can't take this,
but you notice that it's very much more a production environment here. This is like almost like a factory compared to some of the prettier ones where the stills are polished and that's kind of like.
Well, that's okay. It's purpose.
This is much more, you know.
Thank you very much.
Functional, I would say, is a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even the pretty ones are functional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the tiniest little bit of space, and I'll explain why. Then we take our bung, basically just a wooden version of a cork, just smash it into the top. Then what we'll do is we'll roll it, and we re-weigh the cask once we know how much alcohol's in it, into the system, and we'll put it in one of the 7 warehouses that we have. The reason we've left a bit of space, the initial inertia to get a barrel that's full quite, to get it moving is quite tricky, but once it starts rolling, it's going to roll on its own axis, and then all you do is just boost on the side of it, and you divert it that way as well. So I'll show you warehouse 2 while we're here as well, if you want to have a look at
It's a really efficient way of moving a lot of heavy liquid.
Yeah.
The barrels and benches have never changed in thousands of years, but it's just the simplest way to make it. There we go, Jim Beam. That's another one. Still got the branding on it as well. That really shouldn't actually be there, but that's it.
Okay. They don't paint over that?
They've painted the other side of it.
So what wood is the bunghole made out of, or the stopper?
I'll double check for you, sir.
I know, I'm asking the gentleman here. Poplar, exactly right. Very good.
Poplar.
Was it a question already, or what?
If that was in the quiz, I would have got it wrong. I wouldn't have known. Is it because it's softer than the oak?
That's top of the tank.
I don't know if it's because it's softer than
much softer as well.
Yeah, it would have to be softer. You'd want the cork to be softer than the bottle.
So Jim, the rectifying house, it's just got the equipment's here, it could be fired up, we've not done it since the 80s. Right, this is warehouse 2B, we're going to warehouse 4. We're going to actually take the whiskey out of the cask, so that's the better one.
It's awful dark.
Now this, it's pretty creepy in here as well. So this used to be the weaving 4 when we were a cotton mill, and it was basically designed to be ultra hot in here. If cotton gets wet or cold, it snaps.
Right.
So you need it hot, so there'd be about over 500 people working in this room.
Oh my goodness.
But also you can't get the cotton wet, so the way the room's designed, you can see arcs and curves down the pillars. So if there's condensation, it'll just dry down, go down the pillars onto the floor.
So this is the original sweatshop right
Basically,
here.
yeah. So the roof is a metre thick in concrete, and it used to have a garden on top of it to help keep the heat in. But when it comes to whiskey, if no one's in here, it has the opposite effect. It just stays quite chilled most of the year round. It never really gets below about -1 or so in the winter, and it never really gets above about 8 degrees in here in the summer, so that's perfect for maturing whiskey. Well, so you can see all the black fungus on the roof. That is part of the angel share. We lose about 2% per annum. Doesn't sound like a lot when you say that, but last year in Scotland alone we lost just over 200 million litres of spirit up the atmosphere. But yeah, you need it to happen. You know, it's part of the process. Well, that Diageo a few years ago tried wrapping the casks in cling film. Actually stopped the angel share, but it didn't. The whiskey didn't mature right. It needs to breathe. It needs to oxidise. Well, so an example. That's still spirit. 2017. We laid that down. We couldn't call that whiskey. I'd imagine that's going to be about there. Sounds cool. It hurts to hit that. This is from Leitchik. It's 1974. So it's from Tobermory Distillery, but it's Leitchik. There, that's all that's in that at the minute. Well, so we're going to try and bottle that in 2024. But you also have to check it. Whiskey is not always going to benefit from over maturation. It can become too woody. So it's our master blender, Kirsty McCall, will decide when that's ready, when it's going to go into the bottle as well. You've got to be careful as well, because if the alcohol was to naturally fall below 40% due to humidity, you can't sell that as Scotch whiskey. Well, yeah, but it doesn't happen too often. You look at really old whiskies. The film The Angel Share, I mentioned that earlier. The first distillery they go to on the outside is Glengoyne, but when they're inside it's getting filmed, and you'll recognise our mash tun in that. That's the most noticeable thing. It was filmed in our warehouses. So Ken Loach, the director, all the actors signed the cast as well. It was just before we actually opened up a visitor centre, so it's quite weird they're getting tours, because we didn't actually do tours at that time as well.
And what was it, the closing scene was shot in front of your house, Roy?
Yeah, that's my claim to fame.
Really?
Yeah, you know when the camper van is driving away? That's right outside my house.
Oh, amazing!
You'll see that later.
Yeah, I've seen the film, but I'll see it. Oh, I'll see the place,
We filmed it, and it took them about 3 days. There's a local bowling club as well, and we kind of had that for all the crew and everything. So just to film those couple of shots.
Yeah, just
days.
a few seconds on film takes days.
That's right, and there was lots of talk. It was a whiskey film, it was a whiskey movie, and I'm kind of knowing
Exactly.
But there's no clue of what it's going to be about. So.
Well, also Outlander as well. There was an episode of Outlander where they meant to be in a wine cellar, I think in Paris, and they're not. They're in the back of our warehouse up there. We just painted some gas and wrote wine on it. But that was just easier for them, because they film a lot of that in Scotland, so it was just easy. But we do look really rustic, and you can easily pass us off as a wine cellar.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food quick. Food quick.
Food quick.
Yeah.